complete with DLC, the only show that doesn't have a character in Smash Brothers. I'm one of your hosts, Jacob Griffin, and sitting across from me is the heist leader, Brad Knight. Brad, how you doing?
I'm kind of busy leading some heists. You know how it is.
I know.
Particularly
That's why you're trying to get me off the scent.
Yeah, definitely.
Of the creepy man that was just in front of my
house.
Yeah,
so a little backstory to that. Right before I showed up for recording, apparently there's somebody pulled in Jacob's driveway, pointed to something.
Didn't pull in my driveway. Pulled out on the street in front of my mailbox, first of all, which is rude and a federal offense. Pulled in front of my mailbox, got out, walked into my driveway. Then I couldn't find him. I was like looking for him. Looked out my front window again at his truck. He's sitting in there talking to some guy, and then drives off.
Yeah, so we established that your house is getting heisted, and
yeah. Brad's trying to tell me it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. I made a joke, and now, God forbid,
It's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
I have a lot of valuable stuff in this house.
Yep.
Brad, how have you been doing this week?
I've been running around like my hair's on fire. It's finals week. I have a lot of things to do. I've been doing a lot of stuff. Some stuff that maybe I'll talk about. I haven't decided if I'm going to mention on this episode yet.
Oh, just mention it on this episode. I want to hear about it.
Oh, yeah. Jacob doesn't know about this yet, so he's as eager to know as anybody.
Which doesn't make any sense why I don't know about it, because I'm one half of this.
What can I say? I like to have surprises. So, I'll start with the video games, right? So, Since the beginning of this show, every week I have said, I played Heroes of the Storm.
Whoa.
What?
I didn't do the intro.
What intro?
To get into what we're playing this week.
Oh my god, I forgot all about that.
So, here's what we're playing. Brad, what are you playing this week?
We need actual sound clips that we can play here so I can actually physically hear that clip and know when to start talking again.
Well, you just went rogue on it, though. Usually I have to be like the one to transition, but you just went rogue.
Yeah, what can I say? I've been awake for all about 45 minutes today.
Are you serious? Was it when I texted you that you could come over? Was that when you...
No, I'd been up for about 15 minutes when you texted me, because I was up really late last night working, so...
Wow, on what?
Some final project.
I actually fell asleep at a decent hour. It was weird.
Well, after this week, I won't have to worry about that anymore, so I can get back to sleeping, which would be nice.
We have finals tests next week.
Yeah, I don't care about tests. I care about projects. But, like I was saying before the rogue, speech.
Before you went Rogue Nation on
me. Yeah. I saw a James Bond reference there.
No, it's not James Bond.
No, it's not James Bond. That's,
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Mission Impossible. Too many action
Still haven't
movies.
seen that one yet. I've seen the other ones, though.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Every week of the show, I'd said that I've been playing Heroes of the Storm, trying to reach rank 1. Well, yesterday...
You reached rank 1?
I reached rank 1. I am now in the top 2% of Heroes players in the game. And I am very proud of myself.
What number are you exactly?
You don't get an exact number. You get just the rank 1. Congratulations, you're in the top 2%.
Well, let me tell you something else on achievements that I have like that before I let you get back to talking about Heroes. I'm, top ranked in the world in, 5 categories in Just Cause 3.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'm, in, Parachute Climber. I forget what other ones, Top Speed or something like that.
You playing a lot of Just Cause?
Well, no, not this week. I haven't played anything this week, but last week at least, actually, I should probably go look, because I'm probably not anymore, and now I'm just talking out my butt. But I used to be top ranked in wingsuiting, and then some dude had to come and go 15 minutes instead of my 10. So I'm a little mad. And I'm going to let you keep talking, and I'm going to be able to hear you from the kitchen, but I forgot my drink for the show.
Oh, yeah, I took a sip of coffee and it reminded Jacob.
But keep talking about Heroes.
Alright, so Heroes of the Storm, it has the Hero League. They've been doing updates to it every week, so it's been getting better. Before, the matchmaking really sucked, where you could be rank 3 and you're getting matched with people who are ranked, 27. So it's not fun for anybody. But since they fixed that, and I've been getting matched with people of my rank, I've been steadily climbing, and me and a buddy of mine who've been queuing since day 1 together... I reached rank 1. Right now, he's sitting at, I think, rank 2. So he's a game behind me.
Why does it take so long to rank up in this game?
Because, you start by doing 20 placement matches. And based on your performance, your win-loss rate in those placement matches, you get put into a rank. When I finished my placements, I was in rank 12. So I had to rank from 12 to 1. And roughly it's based on a point system. So every game you get, anywhere between 90 to 110 points. If you lose anywhere between 90 and 110.
You lose points?
Yeah, if you lose a game, you lose points.
What?
So you rank down, and I've had that happen a few times where I was almost rank 1, I'd rank back down to 3 or whatever. But it usually takes 2 or 3 wins in a row to jump up a rank. and then it takes 2 or 3 losses in a row to drop down to a rank. And if you win one and then lose one, win one, lose one, you just bounce back and forth. So it can take a really long time.
That sounds maddening. It sounds like it would ruin
anybody
me.
who's played a MOBA before knows the grind. It's
Yeah, but in other ones, do you lose rank?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate MOBAs even more
you,
now. I didn't
you
even
lose
know
rank
this.
in you can lose rank in just about anything that has like that kind of ranking, like tiered system. It's part of the fun is when you surpass that.
Right.
But yeah, that really Heroes was the big thing I've been playing this week. I've been playing a little bit of Hearthstone, and all right, fine. I'll mention the thing that I didn't tell Jacob this episode. I was gonna save it.
Finally,
I was gonna save it.
Can I just say something really quick that I talked about that I forgot that I actually did play this week because I spent an entire day grinding in Grand Theft Auto 5.
For what?
Well, this week on Wednesday, I did this on Tuesday. On Wednesday, no. Then I did it on Monday because the update came out on Tuesday. I'm all messed up. On Tuesday, they came out with a new update called Executives and Other Criminals, where they added a bunch of new stuff. Houses, new guns, new cars, yacht that you can buy. Cool. So I was grinding up money to get the yacht, because I was at like $100,000, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to afford a single thing in this update, because things are just really expensive in that game.
Yeah.
So people found out that you could just keep replaying the final heist over and over again. And so I just found these like 3 guys, and I just did the heist with them all day long. I made new friends out of it.
Nice.
It was nice.
There we go.
It reminded me of the old days of Xbox Live, where you could meet someone and become friends with them.
You see, my memories of old Xbox Live is on Halo when
Exactly, like in Halo, like Halo 2. I've made so many friends online through Halo 2.
Yeah.
People that I've never met in real life, but are just really nice guys. It's weird.
Yeah.
It reminded me of those old days.
It makes it hard to explain to somebody who doesn't play video games like what that actually means. Like, oh, you're friends with this person? Yeah. Oh, so when do you hang out with them? Oh, a couple times a week. Oh, really? What do you do? We just play video games online together.
I mean, that's how I'm even with most of my friends that I talk. That
but as soon as you mention the fact that you never actually met this person, people look at you funny.
But so I got up to about like $4 million.
Nice.
I bought a new house because it was only like $750,000, because the newer apartments, because they also came out with apartments that you can customize. The most expensive one was like $1.1 million, and I was like, I'm not dropping that much on just an apartment. It's like a penthouse suite is what they label it as. And so I bought this nice house up in the Vinewood Hills, living up there. Bought a new car. Bought 2 new cars, actually. They're very nice. Didn't buy the yacht, because the yacht is like $9 million.
Jesus.
So they really just want people to buy shark cards, I found out.
Yeah.
Which is their money currency.
Yeah, their in-game currency.
Which I was looking into it because, like, but to make like the $8 million that I like, I think I have like 2 or 3 million left. I'm like, I'll just do 8 million to give myself to have still money left over.
And even 10.
And even 10 or whatever. It's $100 to get $8 million in that game.
Jesus.
It's $99.99.
It's pretty expensive.
I was like, no, I'm fine. Who would spend $100 on money for a video game?
You could spend $100 and not even buy the yacht.
Yeah. Well, the yacht's in a tiered thing. If you want the best one with all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, but I feel like if I pay $100 for something,
you're going to get the one with all the bells and whistles.
I want the bells and whistles.
I think it's expecting you to have some money.
Yeah.
It seems like shark cards are mainly just like, oh, I need like so-and-so amount of money to get me there. I'm just going to, instead of having to play this game for like 5 more hours, I'm just going to throw the 20
at the screen.
Yeah, then just get it. I would never spend $100 on just money for that game.
See, I would like to criticize people who did, but back when I played League of Legends, I spent an ungodly amount of money in that game for stuff that is not effective. It's all cosmetic, all skins, all things like that. So
I've never spent money on a skin for anything.
I have.
If I've spent money on stuff, it's usually for like if they come out with like a new weapon DLC. Like I remember back in the day when Just Cause 2 was out, I bought every single piece of DLC for that like twice. Because I had it on PS3, and then, like, my house got heisted the first time, and my PS3 got taken. The one thing they left me with was Ghostbusters, the video game, and a PlayStation 3 controller. How ironic is that? So, that always makes me laugh. They left me with Ghostbusters, the video game.
I mean...
It's a good game.
I mean, even thieves have their standards, and they're not going to take everything.
Why not? If you're taking the PS3, just take everything. They took one of my 360 controllers, but left my 360. Threw it on the ground, but left my 360.
Well, maybe they had a 360. They don't need a second one. What are they going to do with that? They just need the controller.
Take my bad controller, then. They don't know which one's the bad one. They took the... I feel like they figured it out. They turned it on. They were like, this one's the good one. We're taking this one. That made me angry.
I mean, it happens.
So, I forgot what I was even talking about. I talked about my house getting heisted.
I have no idea.
Oh, but yeah. So I ran the heist like a bunch of times. And it's really easy, actually. Once you figure out the cheap way to go through the heist, it's so easy.
I haven't played GTA since the heist came out, and I feel like I should get back into it. But it's one of those games I don't like playing. I don't like playing solo, and I don't really have time to coordinate with anybody. Like, hey,
Brad.
What?
You know what you got across the table from you? Someone you can coordinate with.
Yeah, true. What platform do you play on?
Xbox One.
All right, so yeah, I have it on Xbox One too. So we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, we will. We will have to figure that out. But I found out that you can buy an apartment that's right near where the bikes are for the final heist. Mm-hmm. Did you ever do the final heist?
No.
Oh, well,
I only did the first one.
The final heist, the one that you only need 2 people for. That's the only one you ever did.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the one after that was with the prison one. I think? Yeah. And
you couldn't get 2 other people.
No, I didn't even try it. I saw the.
You saw that you needed 4 people, and you were like,
yeah, I'm not even gonna try. And I had the experience where like if you tried to random it.
Yeah.
Usually halfway through somebody drops.
Yeah, you gotta kind of be able to talk to people or at least get across what your plan is to other people.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, it's fine. But, so apparently there's an apartment. At the final heist, you have to get these bikes that are your getaway vehicle. But it sucks because it's a little bank heist, the final one.
Yeah.
And you have a bag of money, and if the person who has the money gets shot, you lose some of the money you're supposed to get. So if you're on a bike, you can easily get shot on a bike or knocked off the bike to where you lose money anyway. So the funny thing is that the easiest way to do it is to buy this apartment that's right by where the bikes are, and then have the guy have only one person take all the money, which I didn't even know you could do. I thought 2 people had to take the money. Have one person take all the money, then have him just stay back in the bank, have everyone else go outside, kill the cops, and then just have one person run down to the bikes, because then when you get down there, it saves it as the checkpoint. Have that person kill themselves, quick restart, then go into your apartment and take out an armored vehicle. And then 4 people just pile into that armored vehicle, and you drive there.
Nice.
It's so easy. I didn't even think that it could be that easy.
Something the gaming community is always very good at is finding ways to undermine the challenge.
And you get the full amount of money every time because the person who has the money never gets shot.
Yeah, never gets hit, so...
It's great.
Yeah. There you go. Way to cheat the system, Jacob.
But anyway, now I want to hear about your secret.
I was hoping you forget about that, because I don't... Alright, fine. So, recently, as I've been using Twitter more, I'm noticing more things.
Oh.
There was a open, audition for a casting position for casting Hearthstone.
Right.
And I'm going to try to get in that position. I think I'm going to use the new mic that I just got.
You already got it?
Yeah, it's at my house. And I have a little experience casting Hearthstone, so I think I have a pretty good chance of getting this, but we'll see.
You want to become a Hearthstone, shoutcaster?
Yeah, shoutcaster.
Wow.
See, they had this opportunity before with heroes, but the problem with casting a MOBA is you need to know all of the hero abilities names.
Right.
You need to kind of know the talents. You need to know... there's a lot more information that goes in casting a MOBA. And at the time that they had that position open, I wasn't familiar enough with Heroes League.
Right.
And now I am, so now I could probably do it. But Hearthstone, I know like the back of my hand. I could tell you every card off the top of my head.
Right.
So I feel like I got a pretty good chance of doing this. I shoutcasting something that I find really fun. So I'm gonna audition and see how I do.
So you wanted to keep this a secret from me? Why?
Because I wasn't sure how it was gonna conflict with the show, if it would. So first I had to see if I even get in, if I even get the part.
If it conflicts with the show, I'm gonna be quite angry.
Yeah, that's why I kind of kept it from you.
Now I'm gonna be angry if it does conflict with the show.
But, I mean, if I do get in, that could mean a lot of good things for not only me, but for the show as well. So
yeah, it could be. It could be a good platform for you to show yourself.
Yeah, I can... I'm not going to plug a podcast during the stream.
No, obviously not, but I'm sure at the end...
Well, not on social media or something. I could plug it, because as a caster, I'll have maybe a few followers here and there, but...
Exactly.
So, we'll see.
We'll see.
But I'm focused on step one. Step one, I got to get in. They review on January 1st, so I won't know until the new year.
Actually, fun fact about what you're doing and something that I'm looking into is... Because you got the same mic I'm going to get.
Yeah, the Blue Yeti.
The Blue Yeti, which is a decent mic. It's decent for, like, just being a USB mic.
Yeah, outside of a full audio jack setup, it's the best mic you can get.
Exactly. I'm thinking about looking into trying to be a voice actor.
Are you?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I wasn't going to bring this up because I don't really have anything planned for it, but so was I.
Yeah, because like you can find auditions online.
Yep.
And I was thinking about looking into it because, I mean, I would need to work my voice a little bit more to get ready for that kind of thing. But I can do voices. And
it's acting.
Yeah, exactly. I can do voice. I'm better with my voice than I am actually acting. So, although I haven't had a lot of experience, but I can just assume by my like elementary school plays that I'm not.
I have a little experience in voice acting. I had to do all the voices for a production I did in when I took a video class. We did a zombie apocalypse movie, and I had to do all the voices for all the monsters.
So what was it like?
Yeah, I was like.
I'm really good at doing kind of the zombie shamble with it.
I hope that kind of screeched and screwed the audio.
I hope so too. I didn't even look when it was happening. But wow, exciting futures for us.
This turned into what are we playing to what are we doing with our lives at this point. But
I have a question. Do you get paid to be a shoutcaster?
Yeah, it's a job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, I don't. So the only information I know right now is they gave out a sample video.
Right.
They said record yourself doing a solo cast of this video.
Right. And
then post it to YouTube, and link it to us on Twitter or on the post that they did.
Right.
So they said we will contact people we find promising casters with further instructions. That's so far all I know. So I don't know if this is going to turn into like a, hey, you're going to solo cast some tournaments on the weekends, or if this is what this is going to turn into. But
so you get paid on like a per tournament basis?
Per tournament basis, I would assume. Right. It's not a salary gig by any means.
Right, yeah. I mean, that wouldn't... It's not like you'd
be the best salary gig in the world. I only work 3 times a year and I get paid. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, first I gotta get in. Step one, I gotta get in. But we'll see. I'm hopeful. I'm
hopeful too.
Well, on that note, we should probably move into the news.
Yeah, let's move into the news. Brad, what's on the news this week? I think the first item is Brad Knight.
Yeah.
New shoutcast.
Well, hopefully. But we got a few different news stories here. I want to start off with a follow-up from one of our previous shows. We had mentioned a list of bugs from Fallout 4.
Right.
And we had said that we were not expecting a fix from Bethesda anytime soon, because Bethesda's not known for quick fixes.
But the thing is there's fixes there.
Yeah,
I know what the news story is.
Yeah, Bethesda went and, just kind of called us liars, and now they have fixes for some of these bugs.
But it's none of the big bugs.
It's some of the big bugs. I forgot my pen. Damn it. Oh, thanks.
Look at that. I had a pen right in my hand. That's so weird.
So the general list is they did general memory and stability improvements. There are performance improvements inside the Corvega assembly plant, which I had noticed. There were some pretty bad performance drops in that plant particularly. I don't know why. But
I mean, most indoor areas in that game have really bad performance.
Yeah, just zoning in can cause some problems. But they fixed the issue with the player becoming stuck in terminals, which I didn't know was an issue.
I never had that problem.
I don't.
But, I mean, I haven't had a lot of the problems that this game's had, so...
Yeah. They fixed the issue where equipped weapons become locked after completing reunions, which I guess is a quest. So that's a pretty big bug. I'm glad they fixed that. They fixed an issue with when Freedom Calls quest would not complete. So that's...
Is that the one when you follow the Freedom Trail?
I think so. And
you find the railroad?
I believe so. I think that's why I couldn't... Oh, I might have actually experienced that bug without even realizing it. Okay, so, that's great. Another one is the Confidence Men fixed issue where the player's health would continuously regenerate. So during the Confidence Man quest, your health would just keep going up.
That doesn't sound like a problem at all.
That's a huge problem from a game development standpoint. Kind of eliminates the challenge.
That sounds like a great thing for a player standpoint. That game, I think when you get hit, you lose too much sometimes. On some things it makes sense, but like when you're getting shot with like a pistol and like a quarter of my health is going down, a little ridiculous.
I don't think much damage.
And I think that I think that the people that you shoot at take too much damage.
I guess it depends, because right now I'm almost never out of a power suit at this point. Because I have 6 suits.
Maybe that's my problem.
I have 6 suits and like 50 cores, so I'm
right. So you just don't.
The only suit I'm missing is the best one, which is the XO1.
Yeah.
So, or is it X1?
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
But I know where to get it. I'm just not high enough level yet. You need to be, I think, 28 before it spawns.
Right.
So, I think I'm like 27 right now. But anyway. They fixed the crash-related problem where if you jumped into water and then reloading your save games, it crashed the game.
Didn't know about that.
Yeah,
I never jumped in the water. I try to avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, I almost never go into the water, but that crash-related issue is fixed, and they fixed an issue where the launcher would not save God Ray's quality setting properly. This is a PC-only fix.
Right.
So, if that was a problem that you were having, it's now fixed. But
Did you say God's rays?
God Ray's quality setting.
Like from like the sun?
I have no idea.
That's what they call it when like sun rays. They call them like God's rays.
I don't have any idea because I don't play on PC. But which I kind of wish I did, because then I could remove that stupid weight limit, carrying limit. I hate that.
Oh, what is there a mod for it?
Yeah, you just go on the console commands.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you don't even need a mod. You change it in the console commands. Something that I did with Skyrim every time I played.
Wow, you are a cheater. Cheater, pumpkin eater.
It's a stupid part of the game. I don't like it.
There's an upgrade for it, isn't there?
Yeah, but I don't want to have to waste talent points on something that shouldn't exist anyway. But yeah, that's all the fixes from Bethesda. So there's still quite a few game-breaking bugs out there, like the
one that eats your save.
The one that eats your save. There's the one that, if you get blurry vision, it could be permanent and you never fix it.
Right.
That's a pretty big one. That ruins saves.
It ruins the game.
Yeah, so there are quite a few ones to go, but good job, Bethesda. Thanks for calling us liars.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Todd Howard.
Yeah,
basically coming in here and saying, "Oh, really? You gonna talk like that?"
So,
boom.
You're familiar with 5 Nights at Freddy's, right?
FNAF, yeah.
Yeah, FNAF, the jump scare, the game. Well, it's getting a book.
That's cool. I'm actually somewhat into that.
At this point, I think he needs to realize that this should not be everywhere. He has 4 games, he has a book, he has a movie. Like, calm down, man. What do you?
No, I mean, you know what? Good for Scott Cawthon. I don't know how to say his name correct. I think it's Cawthon.
Cawthon.
Cawthon. I'm gonna say Coffin because that sounds more right.
Well, it's Cawthon.
Whatever. All right. Good for him though, because
yeah, he's being ambitious.
He's striking while the iron's hot. He realized that he had this hit on his hands and that he should go with it. Because think about it. Think about Slender as an example. They came out with Slender as like a free game that everyone could play, and everyone liked it because it was scary and it frightened people. And then they came out with that sequel thing, like a couple years later, and nobody cared anymore.
Yeah, it was a long. Although nobody can pump out sequels faster than Cawthon.
No,
he is.
Coffin can really.
You're adamant on that Coffin thing, aren't you?
Yeah. He can pump out sequels like it's nobody's business. And good for him for finally being like, you know what, people are starting to get sick of this. 4 is the final chapter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good for him, though. He got a movie deal out of this, which was probably huge.
Yep.
Because it's not with, like, some indie company. He got it with Warner Brothers. So that's huge. And then now he's got this book coming out, which will probably be big.
Yeah, well, like usual, he's pretty cryptic. He doesn't really say what the book's going to be about. The only thing that we know is that the book will expand upon the series' mythology and introduce, quote, a human element never before seen in the games.
Maybe he'll follow the killer guy.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't really give much. The only thing that we know is Cawthon and
Cawthon.
Whatever. That's Pokemon.
Oh, Cawthon. Maybe Cawthon. It's Cawthon.
Probably.
Not Cawthon. That sounds odd.
Yeah, maybe it's
Cawthon.
I'm sorry that we're butchering your name, but not like to listen to this anyway.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he does. Maybe he sees anything that's like labeled 5 Nights at Freddy's and just watches it.
Yeah. So it's him and an unnamed professional writer, which
Stephen King.
Yeah,
imagine.
I have a few questions about that in itself. Like,
maybe it's R.L. Stein.
Yeah, definitely.
I could see R.L. Stein right. 5 Nights at Freddy's seems like it would be a Goosebumps book.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you could put Goosebumps on the front of it and nobody would bat an So it's called Five Nights at Freddy's: The Untold Story. It'll be available for Amazon Kindle devices December 22nd, 2016. A physical release.
Oh, so it is 2016?
It is 2016.
Did we double confirm that?
We double confirmed that. Yeah, because the article we originally got this from, at the beginning of the article, said it would be out in 2016. And then the end of the article, it said December 22nd. And because we're so close to December 22nd already,
yeah,
it was kind of weird.
And it was weird because they didn't label it 2016. It just said December 22nd, so that made me think maybe like the Kindle version is coming out in like a week.
But no, it's 2016, and a physical release remains unscheduled. So we don't know when it's going to get a physical copy, but this time next year, you'll have a Five Nights at Freddy's book that you can read at night and then never sleep.
I wish I could take a poll, because I want to know... Oh, man, burp. Who buys physical books anymore?
I love physical books.
See, I like the idea of holding... I like it more with comic books.
It depends on what...
But the Comixology is so convenient.
It depends on what the book's for. If it's for like a school assignment, like I need to read a book for a school assignment, I'll get it on a Kindle, because then I can do the assignment anywhere. Yeah. But if it's like pleasure reading that I know I'm going to be at home and I'm not going to have to worry about anything like that, I'll get a physical book. Because I like the look of bookcases. I think bookcases look really cool. And I don't know, I like holding a book.
When you said pleasure reading, that just seems like such a foreign concept to me.
Would you not read?
I read comic books.
Oh, well, that's a form of reading for
I guess
pleasure.
That's pleasure reading, then.
Yeah, it's not reading for work.
I mean, but I don't really count that as reading, in a way. Because, like, it's a book, and it has, like, the story of a book, but, like, a lot of it's pictures.
It's pictures. You're not reading War and Peace, but, I mean, you're not also...
Oh, man, I would never read War and Peace.
That's, next time I have a really long, boring assignment I have to not do, I'll read that. Last one I read was, The Art of War. I had a lot of time on my hands at a certain period.
Bro, what are you reading The Art of War for? Are you going to war?
No, a short backstory. I was stuck in one place for a very long time.
Did you get snowed into a cabin?
No. It was a weekly thing. Every week I had to go to a certain place for like 3 hours. And
did you ever go to juvenile detention?
No, but yeah, I was in juvie. That's why I read The Art of War.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was there every week, I really didn't want to be there, so I started reading a really long book to keep me occupied.
AA?
Yeah.
Went to an AA meeting?
Yeah, I went to an AA. Did I say AA meeting?
No, you said I had to go somewhere every week, so I just thought AA meeting.
Oh, yes. So yeah, anyway, I've gone way overboard on this. Point is, I will eventually read War Peace. I don't know.
Is that written by the same guy?
Sun Tzu? No.
No.
I don't think War Peace is written by Sun Tzu. No. I have no idea. Anyway, back to the news.
Sun Tzu's Art of War.
Yeah, this is a video game podcast. Why are we talking about Art of War?
What if they made a video game of Art of War? Be like an RTS, I bet.
Well,
or it'd be a first-person shooter.
Art of War is more of just, it talks about like the concepts of being a leader and of like...
Oh yeah, then definitely an RTS.
Of like strategy in general.
Boom, RTS game. Look at that. Get on that.
Yeah, just play Civ.
I guess.
Well, Smash Brothers is back in the news, as you could have guessed from our intro slogan. So, yeah. So there are more Smash Brothers guys coming. So Cloud, who was previously announced as a new character, is now playable. He just came out yesterday or the day before.
Do they cost money, the new characters?
The DLC? I think so. Maybe not, because I know Mewtwo did, and I think that caused a little bit of a...
No, I don't think Mewtwo did, but I think you had to have both versions.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not.
I kind of want to look into this.
Yeah, look into that while I read this. So the two new guys that got announced were Bayonetta and Corrin from Fire Emblem.
Bayonetta's got a nice body.
Oh yeah, great. So you can play as either the male or the female version of Corrin, and it will be available sometime in February.
Wait, there's two versions of the same character?
Yes, it does something I think Fire Emblem does quite a bit. I think there's another Fire Emblem guy in Smash Bros. You can play as the male or female version as. So Bayonetta is the other one, and she will be the final DLC character they announced for the current Smash Brothers. And that makes a total of 58 characters. 58 characters. I want you to think about Super Smash Brothers on the N64. That had, 12 characters, I think?
Why is the Nintendo eShop website so confusing to...
I have no idea.
To go through. It's...
Why don't you just Google if it's a paid DLC?
Well, because I figured it would be easier to go to the Nintendo eShop and literally just look at their store.
Yeah, you thought wrong.
But I was wrong, because I forgot that Nintendo designed this.
So for Bayonetta, there'll be two different costumes. One will be her first appearance, like the way she looked originally, and the other one will be the short hair Bayonetta from version 2, or from the second game.
Ugh, short hair.
There will also be a
Minecraft came to Wii U. Sorry.
Yes, Minecraft came to Wii U. I was debating on putting that in the news, but I didn't.
It's more expensive.
So there'll also be a Bayonetta map called the Umbra Clock Tower that'll be in with the Bayonetta DLC, and I believe that is also sometime in February.
Here we go. Found Super Smash Brothers.
So yeah, there are 58 characters now, and that's ridiculous to me. But honestly, Smash Bros. Was one of the reasons I was ever thinking about getting a Wii U. And I debated on doing it on Black Friday, but I opted against it. And I'm kind of regretting that, honestly. I probably should have done it.
Okay, this is just... I'm going to Google if you have to... This website is just...
You probably should have Googled it from the start, but, you know.
Anyway. What'd you say? I forgot what you just said.
Oh my god. Well, so Smash actually has a really big community. I was aware that... You know,
they do. They cost money.
The DLC does?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's $5.99 for a character on each different system, whether it's 3DS or Wii U, and if you just buy both, it's $6.99.
Oh, that's...
So if you own both versions, you might as well just spend the... Actually, no, other characters are less money. Corrin is only $4.99, and then $5.99 on both. And then Cloud... Oh, because Cloud comes with a stage. I think Bayonetta does too, then.
Yes.
Yeah, same thing with Ryu, because he comes with a stage. But Roy is cheaper than... Corrin. I'm so confused. This DLC pricing system does not make any sense. I think it's characters they own are cheaper. No, wait, because Corrin's a Fire Emblem character. Don't they own Fire Emblem?
I don't think Nintendo owns Fire Emblem. I don't think so, anyway.
I'm so confused by their DLC pricing system.
I
thought I figured it out, and then I looked down at Roy, Lucas, and Mewtwo, and they were both $3.99.
Because they're the oldest ones. The oldest would be the cheapest.
No, that doesn't make any sense. DLC doesn't go down in price.
Sure it does.
Why would it?
The Destiny DLCs went down in price.
That's just because they came out with that complete version.
And when things are older, they go down in price. It's just kind of the natural progression.
No, Call of Duty map packs don't go down in price.
Because Call of Duty is a giant money hog, but that's kind of besides the point. They're the exception, not the rule. But anyway...
They made a Mario Maker state? I'm sorry.
This episode is all over the place.
I'm sorry. I'm putting it away.
Yeah, talked about War and Peace, now we're in Nintendo's DLC marketing. I mean...
It's interesting.
Yeah, we're all over the place, I think.
But it's more about not about their marketing, it's about their pricing for their DLC. Yeah. What are you going onto the back page for?
Because we have another story.
Isn't there more stories on the front
There
page?
is, but I'm saving that one for last.
Whatever. Go on.
So, Ark, probably considered the most successful early access game.
No, DayZ.
Oh, yeah, but people kind of mad at DayZ because they're not developing for it as fast as they should be?
Yeah, people are mad about that, but if you think about games that were successful and sold well in early access, it's DayZ, definitely.
Well, Ark has been very good about updating and keeping on top of things, so they're pretty high up there. And it's coming to Xbox One. And it came out yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
Or today. Again.
No, yesterday.
Was it yesterday? What's the day today? 17th? Yeah, so it came out yesterday.
Today's the 8th. Oh, yeah, today's 17th.
Yeah, so it came out on the 16th. And it's $34.99 for the access title.
Oh, really?
Yep, and it includes all of the content for the PC version as well as a promise for upcoming Xbox One exclusive content.
It's a promise.
Yes.
Hey, guys, we're going to do this. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's essentially what happened. And the launch of the game is expected in June of 2016. Ark is... I hear a lot of good things about it. I have a cousin who plays it a lot. He really likes it. But in terms of early access, it's a really successful game. It sold, I want to say 2.1 million?
Probably. I think so.
I think that was the number I saw, was 2.1 million?
Yeah, I think I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah. So it's...
It looks fun. You ride dinosaurs.
Yeah, you ride dinosaurs, you tame them, and you do all sorts of fun stuff.
Guns and dinosaurs are always a good time.
So if you like Ark and you were playing it on PC, and now you want to play it on Xbox One, now you can. But you have to buy it again. So $34.99 for Ark on Xbox One.
X-Bone.
The X-Bone. And now we move...
You know what I always thought about? Why don't companies give discounts to people?
They do.
No, I'm saying, like... Well, maybe with Ark it doesn't make sense. But, like, I'm saying, like, if you already bought a version of a game and say you move up to the next version, why aren't there discounts?
I think there are games that have done that.
There are games that have done that, like, mainly with the generational shift. Like, when there were games that were on both, like, when the consoles first came out. Like, I think Assassin's Creed 4 was one of them. If you bought it on 360, you could get it, I think, $10 or $20 cheaper on the next generation console. But... Like, I'm curious why maybe Rockstar doesn't do something like this. At least with GTA 5, it seems
because it's horrible to market that. Be like, hey, if you have one version, then you buy another version. On this, assuming we're in the same generation, right? Mm-hmm. So if you have it on Xbox One, you want to buy it on PlayStation 4. You're suggesting...
Alright, no, I'm not saying like that. I'm saying like when it was on 360 or PS3, and you went up to the Xbox One or PS4 version, why wasn't it like, if you buy it, you get it $10 cheaper because obviously your account knows that. No, there wasn't that.
In certain games there were. Not every game did that, but...
Certain games there were. I'm saying, I'm surprised why more games don't do it because I feel like that's more of a show of good faith.
It is, but it's less money. And
it's less money, but I feel like in the long run it'll give people a better thought about your company to where in the future they'll want to support you more. I feel like
that's not what companies think.
That's not what companies think, but that's what companies should think.
Yeah, well,
they should think the long run here with money.
Yeah,
because they could make even more money in the future. Unless you're serious, does GTA need that extra $10?
Assuming all their DLC is free, I'm sure they wouldn't mind the extra $10.
Yeah, but think about it. If all their DLC is free and everything in the DLC costs way too much money, people are buying shark cards. Somebody out there is buying shark cards. I watched a stream the night that the DLC came out where some dude bought $200 shark cards.
I mean, I got a shark card when I bought the game, so...
Well, yeah, if you buy it digitally now, it seems like they're doing the thing.
Yeah.
Where you get it with a shark card.
But,
That's my little soapbox that I was standing on today.
Yeah. So, now we get to kind of the biggest story of the week. And
I forget what this even is.
And if you're in the gaming world, you probably already heard about this. But Kojima's got a new studio.
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
Oh, no, because it's Kojima. You want to do, like, something from Metal Gear Solid. You're like, from when you do the watch thing, and you smoke the Phantom cigar.
So, oh, God. So, unoriginally, he called it Kojima Productions.
Isn't that the same thing as his other studio?
That's what his old studio used to be called before Konami shut it down.
Oh, that's right, so he can technically take that name.
Yeah,
I never even thought about that.
Konami turned it into Konami Productions.
Or like it was like Konami
West
Entertainment
West,
yeah,
whatever it was.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was in one of the old episodes. But
I think he took all of his old studio team, too.
Yep.
With him. Good for him.
He took quite a few people with him.
Good for him.
Yeah, so officially, Kojima and Konami have divorced on December 15th. They're now officially separated.
And who snatched him right up?
PlayStation.
Not surprised. I honestly was really not surprised with this announcement. I figured a third party might pick him up.
No, Kojima doesn't want a third party. Kojima wants a big name to support his crazy fantasies that he's
writing.
That's
the thing. That's what
he needs that deep wallet.
That's what I was thinking of here after a while. But I really thought like deep wallets. Like, I mean, there must have been a huge bidding war for this if you really think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's either Microsoft or PlayStation, and he's not going to go to Microsoft. I couldn't.
Let's be serious. He's probably going to go where the money is. Yeah. If Microsoft offered him more, he would have went with Microsoft.
Maybe.
I assume that Activision and EA threw their money into the ring.
I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, he partnered with PlayStation, and he had a statement. He said, "I will be taking on a new challenge by establishing my own independent studio, and I am thrilled to be able to embark on this journey with PlayStation, who I have continued to work with all these past years. I cannot wait to deliver with PlayStation a game that will become a compelling franchise."
And it's coming to PC after a while, too.
Yes. So what I want to draw attention to is that last sentence that he said. Or last section of that sentence. A game that will become a compelling franchise.
So it's a new...
It sounds like a new series is coming.
Well, obviously it's a new series because Konami still owns Metal Gear.
Konami still owns Metal Gear, so we can't go back to that. But it sounds like we're getting a full new Kojima...
Apparently,
series.
It sounds crazy because I saw another statement where apparently he wants to work with Guillermo del Toro again, like how he was with Silent Hill. And he said he wants to make he wants it to be like a game, an anime, and a movie or something like that. So it sounds like he wants to make something huge. This could be great. I feel like he's going to take maybe what he wanted to do with Silent Hills and just make a new, fresh...
expand upon it?
Yeah, make a new, fresh sort of horror thing. Because he can't do Silent Hills, obviously.
Yeah, because Yeah,
because once again,
PlayStation,
Konami owns
Konami
the
owns
IP.
that.
This is going to be crazy.
I'm really excited for what he's going to do.
Because let's be serious, like Sony is the kind of company where they let their companies take as long as they want.
Well, yeah, it's PlayStation is, for better or worse, they're known for letting anybody do anything, and they're going to slap their name on it, which is why they got the name, Indie Station 4.
Yeah, it's the thing, right? Is like if you really think about it too, they haven't had a first party game all generation.
No,
they
are really
like a big first party. Like they had like The Order and Until Dawn.
And Order was really bad.
The Order was really bad.
Well, it was good, but it was really short.
Until Dawn was really good. Oh no, they had some at launch. They had like Killzone and Knack. Well, it's Knack though. I'm saying like we haven't had like an Uncharted yet.
Yep.
Like, but now we have an Uncharted coming. They let their studios take their time.
Yeah.
Kojima's going to take his time with this, and it's going to be crazy.
I mean, I've never been disappointed with something Kojima's put out there, so I'm excited to see what he's going to do.
What if he makes his own new tactical espionage action game?
Well, I feel like if he's going to do something, I don't.
He probably wants it to be totally different.
Yeah,
if it's going to be his first new IP.
I don't want another Metal Gear. I mean, I liked the Metal Gear series. It's one of my favorite. It has one of my favorite games of all time.
Here's the thing. I don't want another Metal Gear either because Metal Gear 5 is a good ending point. It kind of wraps everything up full circle.
Yeah, and I don't mean another I need another Metal Gear-esque kind of game. Right. I don't want another game like that.
I get what you're saying. I don't think Kojima wants to do that either. Even though he said for the past 3 Metal Gears it's his last Metal Gear.
Yes.
I really think that he means it this time, especially with the divorce from
Konami.
Konami is still going to make Metal Gear games because they're money-hungry a-holes.
Well, I mean, it all depends.
At least to me. At least looking at it and the way... Because, like, the thing is, the reason why they're getting rid of their main console development time is because it doesn't make them as much money as mobile games or pachinko machines.
That's what I was going to say. They might make more Metal Gear games, but it depends on the success of their pachinko machines.
I mean, yeah, and there's going to be a Metal Gear pachinko machine because they have a pachinko copyright filing for something called Big Boss, so you can only assume that
it's going to be a Metal Gear pachinko.
They already have Silent Hill pachinko machines, so why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I mean, Konami, we all know, and they had that whole thing with the Game Awards.
Oh yeah, the Game Awards. Which
we didn't bring that up last episode.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it.
About how they banned Konami?
Yeah.
Did we?
Well, how Konami banned Kojima.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I don't remember talking about that. But
we talked about it very briefly, but...
Yeah, so... We all know Konami's not the company we all wanted them to be, or the all company we thought they were.
They are the Anakin Skywalker of the gaming industry. First, they showed so much promise. They were supposed to bring balance to the Force, not destroy it.
Yeah, well... So what does that make Kojima?
Obi-Wan.
Kojima's Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Wait.
Well, no. Well...
Maybe. Yeah. No. Wait, maybe.
We're going far too deep into this.
I'm thinking about it now. Keep reading whatever you're going to read. I'm going to think about this.
That was the last news story. I don't have anything else.
You don't have any other details in there?
No. We don't know anything else. All we know
then
is...
let's really get to the bottom of this. Let's see. He's probably Obi-Wan. If I had to guess so. Because Anakin double crosses Obi-Wan in a way. Because he goes with the Emperor.
Yeah.
And... But who's the Emperor in that case, then? Money. Money is the Emperor.
Money is the Emperor.
Money is the Emperor. Konami is Anakin Skywalker. Kojima is Obi-Wan.
Getting real deep on this episode of Complete with DLC.
Yes. Sony is Yoda.
Sony is Yoda. Okay.
Sony is Yoda.
So does that mean that...
So then this new game he's making is going to be...
Luke Skywalker. I was going to say, does that mean Kojima... Kojima is now tutoring young Luke Skywalker.
Yep. It's his new game.
Yep.
Coming out. And it's going to be...
Why have we gone so far with this?
I don't know. Because we didn't have anything else to talk about with that story. And I wanted to think of something else.
Well, yeah, it's still very new. So we don't know... All we know is the game he's making is going to be a timed PlayStation exclusive.
No, I think it's just a PlayStation exclusive in general, but it's also going to come to PC.
It's timed. I did a little more research into it.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's timed. I don't know exact the time frame, but all they said was that it is timed.
Yeah, no. It's timed to then come to PC. It's on PlayStation first, then it comes to PC later.
All right. I honestly don't know. But
that's at least what I read. So I could be wrong. It could be coming to Xbox, but from what I understand, Sony's the one putting the money into this, so I think it's not coming to Xbox.
Yeah, I don't know. That's possible.
Then again, I don't know. Maybe this is a show of good faith, how like Microsoft put out Minecraft on the other systems.
Yeah. So...
I mean, they don't seem that adversarial as they used to be.
No.
They're always on Twitter congratulating each other on the launch of a game now.
Well, that's more PR speak than anything.
No. It's like they're literal heads of the studio congratulating each other.
I know.
And they're very active on Twitter, so I believe that it's actually them and not just a PR team. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We're going to see the future. That's the end of the news, though.
Yes.
So we're going to move on to the #1 game show in all of America. Well, that sucks. Brad, the way the game works is simple. I give you 3 randomly selected games, and you have to tell me which of the group is the worst rated according to Metacritic. I give you no help. 0% help. I wish I could make a percentage symbol with my hand, but I can't. No, you can't.
Maybe with my broken pinky.
Maybe if you had 2 other people to do the zeros, that would be on the percentage thing and your hand going in the middle, but you can't do it yourself.
It's a team effort.
Yeah, I can give you no help besides a brief description of the game. Brad, are you ready?
Yes.
I realize that the games are becoming less randomly selected now because I come up with themes for each round.
Yes, I noticed that as well.
But they're randomly selected in the fact of I don't go into it knowing the 3 games I'm going to pick. I just come up with a theme in my head. And
then look for games that match the theme?
Yes.
Right.
So, Brad.
Yes.
See if you can guess the theme of round 1. Hateful Boyfriend.
Oh, God.
Animal Crossing New Leaf. Nintendogs plus Cats, Golden Retriever, and New Friends.
So, I'm going to go on a limb and say it was an animal game.
Yeah.
I was really, really worried that when you started off with Hateful Boyfriend, it was going to be a dating simulator thing. I'm like, oh, God.
I was originally going to do that, and then I was like, I don't know any other dating simulators. Because I saw Hateful Boyfriend, and I was like, I want to do that game.
Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, that is a game where you play as a pigeon.
No, you play as a person.
Oh, yeah, you play as a person.
And you date pigeons.
And you're trying to hit on pigeons.
Yes, it's a pigeon dating simulator.
Yes.
Wait, do you play as a person or do you play as another pigeon?
I think honestly, I don't know. All I know is that you hit on other pigeons and something to do with a school.
Yeah.
That's about all I know.
They have a dinosaur one.
A dinosaur one?
Yeah. Where you hit on dinosaurs, but you are a literal person.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's odd.
It's odd stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
The internet's weird.
Yeah, tell me about it. So, between the 3 of them, what was the second one?
Animal Crossing New Leaf.
So, the Animal Crossing, I think that was probably alright. I don't know how to judge these games. I know Hateful Boyfriend got a pretty big kind of splash when it came out, but I don't know if that was a good splash or a bad splash.
Here's the thing. Maybe it was a pretty indifferent splash.
Probably. I mean, it's one of those things where people go, oh, that's weird, but they don't really rate it poorly. They just don't agree with it. So I don't know.
See, here's the thing, though. Animal Crossing, I feel like people are starting to get a little burnt out on. This is the newest Animal Crossing.
It's the newest one.
It's the one on the 3DS.
Okay.
So maybe people are getting burnt out on Animal Crossing, so that's one way to look at it. Even though I know the answer to this, I'm just trying to throw you off to any answer because I like to make you lose, because it's funny to me. Hateful Boyfriend could have been a very indifferent splash, very positive splash, very negative splash.
And those are the 3 choices.
And let's be serious. When is the last time you've heard anyone talk about Nintendogs in a positive capacity or even in a negative capacity?
But I had Nintendogs on the original DS.
So did I.
And that was amazing.
I love Nintendogs.
I had a beagle. It was awesome.
I had a pug, and he was the best.
I
named him Pugsley.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Animal Crossing. I think because I feel like Hateful Boyfriend is probably not a good game, but I feel like it would have gotten rated highly just out of
sheer what?
Yeah, just as a joke. And as Nintendogs, I don't really think you could screw that up. Although if I'm wrong, it's gonna be Nintendogs. But I'm going with Animal Crossing.
Brad,
I'm wrong, aren't I?
You're wrong.
Yeah,
It was Nintendogs.
Was it? Yep. Okay. So
can you guess what Nintendogs is rated?
67.
71.
Oh, that was close.
Hateful Boyfriend was the second lowest rated with
Animal
72.
Crossing got the highest?
And Animal Crossing New Leaf was 88.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
You really got F'd there.
Yeah. If this was a game of pick the highest one, I'd win every damn round.
Yeah, you would. You really would. Round 2. Ding ding. I really wish I had a bell.
Yeah, we'll get a bell for the set.
Oh my god, we should get a bell for the set along with our IKEA table.
Oh my god, I've started this conversation all over again.
Round 2. See if you can figure out the theme. I put up 4 fingers.
Yeah.
Round 2. Aliens versus Predator.
Okay.
Stalin versus Martians. Space Invaders Extreme. And I only picked Space Invaders Extreme because I thought Space Invaders Extreme.
Yeah.
Like imagine like an X Games version of Space Invaders.
Yeah, they're on skateboards and drinking Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Whoa, dude, did you bring the Doritos?
Alright, so it's Alien vs. Predator.
Stalin versus Martians.
Stalin versus Martians.
Do you know what Stalin versus Martians
No,
is?
I have no idea what that is, but I'm inclined to pick it just because that doesn't sound good.
Hold on a minute. I forget who Joseph Stalin was the head of.
Joseph Stalin?
Yeah.
In World War II, you know,
Yeah, who did he lead?
the Russians?
Okay. So, you play as Joseph Stalin or as Martians, and you control either Russians or aliens to murder each other.
Ah.
It's a real-time strategy game.
Oh, it's an RTS.
Yes.
I kind of want to play that game. Not gonna lie.
It's the title of it. It makes you curious, doesn't it?
It makes me curious, and the fact that it's an RTS, I kind of want to play it. But
would you think it was going to be like a first-person shooter?
Yeah, kind of. I thought you literally played as Stalin and you were going around shooting things.
No.
Okay, so
At least I'm assuming it's both sides. You could only play as Joseph Stalin. I don't know.
I'm inclined to pick Stalin just because I can't imagine that being a good game. But I don't know. Let's see. It could be Alien vs. Predator. It's not a
It's the new Aliens vs. Predator.
It's the newest?
Too. Yeah.
Okay, so
the one that was on 360.
So it's not a game that's done terribly well with licensed titles before.
I mean, the first couple Aliens vs. Predators are well remembered.
Yeah, but I didn't hear. Okay. I think I'm going with my first instinct. I'm picking the Stalin one just because it doesn't sound good. There's no way that is a good game.
Did you figure out what the theme was?
Yeah, it sounded like space stuff versus like fighting space.
And the alien stuff.
Aliens.
That's what I went with. Eventually, I wanted to do all versus games. Couldn't find any more versus games. Because at first it started off as being Aliens vs. Predator and Stalin versus Martians. And I wanted you to think that it was versus games. You're right.
I am right?
By picking Stalin versus Martians.
Alright.
Tell me what Stalin versus Martians is rated.
A 44.
25. You gave way too much credit to Stalin versus Martians.
I mean, I was hoping the Martians kind of pulled it through. I was thinking, I remember from the old cartoons, Marvin the Martian.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe it was just a bunch of him fighting Stalin. That was the picture I had in my head, and I'm like, that kid. I mean, it's a bad game, but it
I would love that. And like Stalin puts like a carrot in his shooter just to make it blow up in his face. The second lowest rated was Aliens vs. Predator with a 68, and Space Invaders Extreme had an 84.
Those Mountain Dew sponsors really
the Mountain Dew sponsorship is really what brought it down. You ready for round 3?
Let's do it.
See if you can figure out the theme here.
What in God's name was that face?
I don't know. I like it though.
I was drinking coffee and now I'm dying. Oh, God.
Family Guy, Back to the Multiverse.
Oh, okay, I know that game. It's probably going to be a Simpsons game in this list.
The Simpsons Hit and Run.
Called it.
Wow, how did you do that? And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 2003.
2003, okay. I was curious if you were going to do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the game coming out in 2016, but...
No, because how could I get a score for that? I went through time this morning to figure it out.
Alright, so...
Well, the reason why I put 2003 is because I didn't want you to think it was the old NES one.
What, Turtles in Time?
Well, that's one of them, yes, but...
No, because that's considered one of the best
exactly.
side-scrolling...
Beat-em-ups. But
I was gonna say scrolling shooter, but it's not.
But
a shooter.
there are other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games on the NES, and I didn't want you to think it was that one, so I put literally the 2003 one because there was
on the GameCube.
It was on GameCube.
Okay.
It was also on PS2 and Xbox. I had it for PlayStation 2.
I played a lot of GameCube in those days.
I did as well.
Loved the GameCube.
PS2 was probably my favorite, but
I like the little discs for the GameCube. I thought those were cool.
It's more of those Nintendo gimmicks.
I love those small discs. What can I say? I like discs small.
Broomst.
Okay, so I know the multiverse game was okay. That probably got like a mid-70s.
What game are you thinking of? Are you thinking of the phone game that rips off that Simpsons game?
What, the Family Guy game?
Yeah.
Back to the multiverse? No, isn't that the one where you run around as Stewie?
Alright,
Yeah.
so you do know what game I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know all three of these games for once.
Really? So you know
The turtle one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it on GameCube.
We fight like a bunch of robots?
Yep. So the multiverse probably got like a mid-70. The Simpsons game.
That's one of the.
Yeah, that was
one of like the best Simpsons games.
Yeah, so that's probably the highest.
Overall,
rated.
The Simpsons doesn't really have bad games.
No.
Like everyone likes to make fun of the Simpsons games because they're the old ones are really bad and stuff. But like the arcade game's good. Hit and Run's good. Road Rage is literally a ripoff of Crazy Taxi, but it's still good. It's Crazy Taxi.
Yeah. Alright, so The Simpsons is probably the highest rated if I had to guess. So that means it's between Turtles and Back to the Multiverse. I think Turtles might pull it out. I think Turtles might be higher than Multiverse. I'm gonna go with Multiverse. I think Multiverse is the lowest one there because I remember the game coming out and I don't remember hearing fantastic things about it, and I don't remember Turtles well enough to judge on my own experience. So
you're locking in the final answer.
I'm locking in with Multiverse.
Brad.
Yes.
For the first time in 4 weeks, you have won.
Nice.
You won the game. You got 2 points.
Finally.
I mean, I give you another half point. Tell me what Family Guy Back to the Multiverse is rated. I'm going to let you know that whatever you pick right now, because your thoughts in your mind is probably going to be dead wrong.
68.
Dead wrong, 39.
What?
I don't know where you were getting them. That's probably in the mid-70s.
I could have swore that I heard that game being not terrible.
You heard from the wrong people then.
Seriously.
That game is bad.
What?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a 59.
Yeah.
And you were right on the money with it being the highest rated. The Simpsons Hit and Run is an 81.
Oh yeah, so I was okay about that one. I knew that one.
Yeah. I think everyone knew that one.
I can't believe Multiverse is that low.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the wrong game? No, that's the right game. Though you run around as Stewie.
You run around as Stewie, and I think also as Brian.
And as Brian, he's got the little laser gun.
Yeah, and you go through. It's kind of like. Have you ever seen the episode where they go to the multiverse? It's literally like that because they have to stop Stewie's evil half brother Bertram. I remember being kind of excited about this game because I like Family Guy. And I remember I watched all the cutscenes on YouTube. The cutscenes are funny, but I heard that during the game they just keep repeating old lines from the show constantly. So that's not fun.
Wow, okay. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I was actually going to pick Turtles for a second there, because I'm like, I remember playing it, but I don't remember it being fantastic.
But for the first time, in 4 weeks you've won. And you won the prize.
I won. What's my prize?
Your prize is this pom-pom from graduation.
Oh, fantastic. I have a black and orange pom-pom. I don't want this. I already have one.
Right, okay, then give it back to me then, you ungrateful winner. God. You know what? You know what you won?
What?
You won the chance to read me the spiel.
Oh.
Read me the spiel.
You know what? I'm a winner in my heart, and that's all I care about.
You're a winner on the book, so that you're 1 for 3.
Oh, and now, I figure I'll mention this now. As soon as I get to recording with that microphone, I am making the sound clip for the spiel.
Oh, you're making... No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to ruin the surprise.
You can't ruin the surprise.
I was going to make it 1 week because I've had to take over editing the podcast now.
Yes, he's edited the last 2 episodes, and soon to be the 3rd. But after next week, I'll be back to editing.
No, you won't.
You want to keep editing?
I guess. I do it in a quick fashion. You take too long. Really? Because 1 week I asked you on Friday morning if you were done yet, and you were like, no.
Well, you never send me the thumbnail. I could have it done in 20 minutes, but I don't get the thumbnail.
Just edit the episode.
All right,
first.
We're not having this discussion on air. So, going to the spiel. if you want to get in contact with us, maybe you have some opinions. I'm sure after this episode you're gonna have a lot of opinions.
If this is anyone's first week listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. This is not an episode you want to start on.
No.
So if you're listening and you're a return listener, don't recommend us to your friends this week. Wait till next week. So if you want to get in contact with us, send us an email, drop us a line. You can do that at completewithdlc@gmail.com. I almost said how it's made, and I don't know why.
Like the show, how it's made?
Yeah, I went, wait. But, if you want to follow us on social media to get some updates.
Like the Discovery Channel show.
Yes, like the Discovery Channel show. I don't know why, but that was what popped in my head. We're not sponsored by Discovery, so please don't sue us. You can get in contact with us as social media at Complete with DLC on Twitter. We're also on YouTube. We're on Twitch. And we're on SoundCloud, which is where we're hosting our RSS feed. And that is right now, I think, where all the episodes are in order and currently updated.
Yes.
How are we doing on the iTunes and Stitcher front? Because they're being a pain.
I have no clue. Well, Stitcher said they changed it over. So did iTunes, though. iTunes, the last couple episodes have not popped up yet.
Okay.
The last one that's up there is the one where we talk about Fallout 4, which was like...
2 weeks ago.
No, it was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, it was I keep thinking this is episode 9. That was episode 7, yes.
Oh, this is episode 10! We've got to make a big deal about it!
It's not a big deal!
It's a milestone.
Yes, when we get to episode, 52, and we've been doing this for...
52? What a random episode to pick. Why not 50? You go straight to 52.
52 weeks in a year?
Oh, wow, I didn't even think of that. No, I think it would be a year from when we started this. I don't even know when we started this.
We started this 10 weeks ago. We haven't missed a week yet, so a little over 2.5 months ago. Or almost exactly 2.5 months ago.
I wish I had a horn.
Yeah, get one of those party poppers?
Yeah.
But,
what was I saying, though?
iTunes and Stitcher.
Oh, right, iTunes. I'm trying to get the podcast taken off iTunes so we can just restart over with the resubmit it with the new RSS feed and see if that works. Hopefully it works.
Yeah, if everything goes well.
If everything goes well. Stitcher, I have no clue what's going on with that, but Stitcher usually took a while to update anyway.
Yeah, Stitcher's the slower of the two, just because they download our episodes and host them themselves, rather than pulling our episodes. So that takes them a little longer.
Yeah, so it's we'll see with that one. We'll see in a couple days. It should be updated to the way it usually was, because it usually took a couple days whenever we put up a new episode for it to go up on Stitcher. It's weird. I don't know why Stitcher is like that.
Oh, and I'm sorry if you are listening to us on Stitcher. That overlay is probably the ugliest thing right now because
it doesn't look bad on mobile if you're on the mobile app. If you go to the website, it gets screwed up.
The words are all jumbled, and every time I fix it, it goes back to the way it was. So, like I said a couple weeks ago, I'm still trying to fix that.
Looking at it though on like the mobile app, because I check back periodically to see if the episodes have updated, and it doesn't look bad on the mobile app.
Okay.
It's mainly when you go to that website, everything gets all messed up.
One day I hope my spiel will run as smoothly as it did in the beginning.
It's mainly all these problems that come into play.
Yeah.
When we didn't have these problems, it was easy.
Yeah, well, switching over the RSS feed turned out to be a lot more annoying than we had foresaw.
Really should have looked into the fact that Podomatic, we were on a thing, and realized that before we actually went with it.
Well...
That was my mistake. But, so, iTunes, I don't know what's going on with that. If you go to look for the podcast and it's not there anymore...
Don't be alarmed.
I'm the reason for that.
Yeah.
At which point, I will resubmit the podcast using the new RSS feed, thinking in my head that will probably maybe fix the problem.
And once we finish up with iTunes and Stitcher, we will soon be on Google Play.
Yeah, we're working on the two we're on now to fix.
Yes, once we get everything settled on the home front, then we move on into the unexplored territory that is Google.
I don't know if anyone uses Google Play, but...
Actually, it's pretty big. I was doing a little looking into it.
We want to be there for those people. Yeah. So, as of now, just go to SoundCloud.
Yep. And
you'll find it. I just realized that we only really upload to SoundCloud, so if anyone is listening to the podcast, they're probably on SoundCloud, and they get the idea of doing that.
Yeah, so if you're not listening to us on SoundCloud, you're not listening to this, so I don't know who we're talking to.
Talking to the ether.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're just letting you guys know, in case you were looking into it, and maybe you've heard before in old episodes that we have a SoundCloud and you're coming here.
Yes.
Just stick to the SoundCloud until we announce otherwise.
Yes, hopefully by the new year, everything will be all settled out. And
by the new year, we'll have better audio.
Yes, a lot of good things coming.
Be excited. See, I put up an X.
Yep, it's extreme.
It's
too
extreme.
God.
You ever played that game on the PS1?
No, and I'm glad I didn't.
It was like kind of like X Games, the video game, but not really because it didn't have the X Games license. And you had to bike in it, and you had to surf and snowboard and skateboard. It was crazy.
Anyway,
back
to the spiel.
Wait, I had one last thing I was gonna say.
What?
I forgot though.
Oh, well, that's helpful.
Wait. Hold on. Think. Brain blast.
I'm sure that podcast listeners love hearing this awkward silence as Jacob's sitting there thinking.
You know what? Keep going with the spiel.
Yeah, that was the plan.
When I figure it out, I'll say it.
So, like I said, you want to get in touch with us, completewithdlc@gmail.com. We will be pretty timely in our answers, so don't worry about that. And if you want us to read anything you say on the show, mention it in the subject line or somewhere in the body of the email.
Please
read
email questions for next week's show. Because we're having...
The
next 2 weeks are going to be...
News light.
Yes, because it's Christmas. So it'll be the Christmas episodes and the New Year's episode. So... I'd like... New Year's episode's going to be different, but the Christmas episode is just kind of us BSing.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of news that comes around this time of year, so we're going to have to improvise, but it'll be fun.
That, and we can just record both of these in
short
one
period
go,
of time,
and we don't have to worry for the 2 weeks after the fact.
Yeah, so,
And we get our well-deserved 2-week vacation.
Yeah. So, if you, like I said, you want to get in touch with us, complete with Gmail. I've sent this email 3 times this episode, and I still can't get it right. completewithdlc@gmail.com. Leave us a question, ask us a question, do whatever you want. Just, you want to get in touch with us, that's the best way to do it. If you want anything omitted from your email and you want us to read it anyway, just mention what you want omitted. Jacob, where can they get in touch with you?
You can touch me on any kind of social media at It's Jay Griff, ITSJAYGRIFF. If you'd like to ask me a question or just look at my random thoughts or anything, stay tuned this weekend for my 140-character review of Star Wars The Force Awakens. Seeing that on Saturday. If anyone tweets me a spoiler, like if you're from Australia or somewhere that already has it, I will kick you square in the balls. I will buy a plane ticket. Even if you're a woman, I will kick you in the balls. I'll be quite angry about it.
Yep, I've heard good things about it.
I've heard good things. I've only looked at scores of things.
Yeah.
92 on Rotten Tomatoes.
So far, so good. But, yeah. We can be hopeful. I'm not seeing it until around the,
I'd really like it if you saw it before next week's show.
Not gonna happen.
Are you gonna see it before the... Oh, no, because we're recording them both on the same day.
Yeah, no. I won't... I'm not seeing it until almost within a year.
Why?
Because that's when I have time to go see it.
Take some time.
No.
Alright, you're telling me that you have a completely full weekend.
You know it's not just me going, right? Like, there's coordination involved with this.
Go by yourself first. I'm sure you're going to want to see it multiple times.
Nope.
I'm going to go see it multiple times.
You can do that.
Probably before next episode.
You can, I won't. So yeah, if you want to get in touch with Jacob over there, you want to talk to him, you want to tweet him your Star Wars spoilers, you can...
No, you don't want to tweet me the Star Wars spoilers.
You can do that on every social media at It's Jay Griff. If you want to get in touch with me,
you can tweet on every social media.
You can tweet on all of... At this point, you might as well be able to. If you want to get in touch with me, however, you want to send me the spoilers, which spoilers don't really bug me, so I mean...
I'm going to spoil the entire movie next episode.
I'd prefer if you don't do that. Because
I'm going to say every single scene by scene.
I mean, they're going to be...
Frame by frame.
Some listeners who will be pretty upset about that.
I'll be sure to mark it. I'll be sure to say spoiler from this moment on.
But, yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, you can do that at Calgany on Twitter. Kalgne. I'm also on Twitch at Calgany, and I'm doing a few streams here and there, nothing too major, but, what was that face?
I'm doing a few streams here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not committing to it heavy-handed yet. When I get the mic and I get that all situated,
you have the mic, you said.
Yeah, I haven't set it up yet.
Oh.
None of that's all situated.
It's a USB mic. You plug it in.
I also have to set up the settings for OBS, Skype, and Audacity. So yes, I don't feel like doing that yet. Yeah. So you want to get in touch with me? Twitter, you can do that. That's really the only way you're gonna be able to get in touch with me. But yeah, that's I think that's all the information I have. I'm not a very social person. I don't want to talk to you people. Go away.
I think you said you want to talk to people through an email.
Through an email?
Well, through the email.
Oh yeah, if you email the show and you want to talk to me specifically, just mention that because I'll probably be the one skimming through the emails. Right now, it's a lot of Podomatic emails and SoundCloud emails, so it's a lot of fun stuff there.
Here's a question of the week that I want to pose to the people that watch this show.
Well, if you're watching this show come out, yeah, it's kind of freaky.
Here's the people who are listening to this show.
That's better, yes.
Just email it to the email. Or DM me on Twitter, I don't care.
CompleteWithDLC@gmail.com.
Or Complete with DLC on Twitter. And Jacob Griffin on anything. It's Jake Griff. 2 questions. What's your favorite piece of Christmas music? And what's your favorite Christmas movie or video game, if there are any Christmas video games? And we'll talk about them next week.
Posing the hard-hitting questions.
Think about your favorite Christmas movie if you have one, you movie list crazy person.
Charlie Brown, dude.
Dude, save it for next week.
I mean, that's an obvious answer, man.
Man. Why'd you say it like you were a hippie, man?
I don't know.
Charlie Brown's not a movie. It's a Christmas special.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm curious. What's our recording time, Matt? Because we had a pretty short show today. I'm pretty happy
Hour
about that.
and 10.
All right, finally. We're almost hitting that hour-long mark that I've wanted to hit since day one.
Yeah, well, maybe we could have hit it sooner had you not asked me the time. Okay? This has been Complete with DLC. I'm Jacob Griffin.
And I'm Brad Knight.
Thank you for listening.